Welcome to part 2 on Hurt People, Hurt People. So you've been damaged growing up. That caused you to have a thicker skin and a thinner heart because of it. Does that mean that you are given carte blanche to be terrible in return? No. I've seen, by and large, two types of responses to childhood trauma. The first being the victims of it internalize and normalize what they see and become the darkness that they've been subjected to. The second tends to be in people who have higher IQ and even stronger introspection. No matter how they make it through, they find the behavior that they've experienced repulsive and strive to the best of their being to be completely the opposite. Neither, of course, are healed by themselves by any stretch of the imagination. The first camp tends to lead to violent impulses and general hatefulness. The second often leads to helplessness and depression. I'm not bragging, but of the two camps, I fall into the second. I've seen the pain caused by evil, and as such, I strive to do what I can to not be evil myself. That has triggered me to become more dogmatic and black and white with my beliefs. America does not have the mental health facilities needed to deal with every damaged person that exists. So instead, those people are passed on to their families who may very well have been the ones to poison them before. So where does someone go in that situation? Where can they go? Should children need to be emancipated? What a scathing condemnation of their families, is it not? But what about adoption? Is that the answer? Not if you've heard the stories from kids who ended up in a worse situation after being adopted than they were before. How many kids run away from their adopted families? Again, what a disaster of a system. The problem is, rather than getting help, people remain as perpetual victims and lash out, often at themselves too. I've mentioned this in a previous video, but vices aren't simply drinking or smoking. Having a casual look at sleeping with other people is another sign of being damaged. It shows a lack of respect in yourself, and it also shows that you're more susceptible to persuasion. And especially if you aren't safe while doing so, it can lead to extremely long-term consequences. Consequences that are far beyond just your own personal suffering.